see question number 5, and question number 5 is a driver of a car traveling at 52 km per hour applies the brake and accelerates uniformly in opposite direction. The car stops in the next 5 seconds. Another driver going at 30 km per hour applies his brake slower and stops in the 10 seconds. On same graph paper, plot speed versus time graph for two cars. Which of two cars traveling farthest after the brake were applied? Okay, fine. Let us see the question. Question is saying that there are two cars. One car is moving at 52 km per hour. Another car is moving at 30 km per hour. First car, when the brake is applied, it is coming in rest in 5 seconds, and second car takes 10 seconds to come in the rest. In the finally both car came in the rest. So initially what we have seen that for a car 1 means first car, initial velocity is 52 km per hour. If we convert it into meter per second, it will be 14.44 meter per second. And then for a car 2, that means second car, initial velocity which is 30 km per hour, if after converting it will be 8 meter per second. Fine. Now let us see the graph, and here is the graph. Here I have tried to draw the graph. So this is, let's say, time axis, and this time I have taken in a second, and this is a velocity axis which I have taken in kilometer per hour. Okay, fine. And another thing I have taken that 1 unit is equal to 10 kilometer per hour I have taken. So this is 10, so definitely this will be 20, and this will be 30 kilometer per hour, this will be 40 kilometer per hour, this is a 50 kilometer per hour, and this is a 50.2 kilometer per hour. And here I have taken time. So this 2 unit, 1 unit I have taken 2.5, so this 2 unit will give 5 second, and this will be a 10 second. Fine, super. Now let us see the question. In the same question we have taken that initially car is going at 52 km per hour. So initial speed is a 52 km per hour, that means at time t equal to 0, a speed is a 52 km per hour. So I have taken at time t is equal to 0, here a speed is a 52 km which is marked here, and time is 5. When the time is a 5 second, what is actually happening at the time 5 second? So now let's try to understand that initially it is moving at the 52 km per hour, and at 5 second what is happening? Car is in rest. Car is at rest. Means brake is applied, the car has stopped in a 5 second. So at the 5 second final velocity will be 0. So here v is equal to 0 at time t equal to 5 seconds. So now I have taken here, and you can see in the graph very clearly at time t equal to 0 velocity became 0. So this graph, I've joined these 2 points, and this graph is showing that velocity. Super. Now let's see the second car motion. The second car motion is initial speed is 30 km per hour, and final velocity again it is coming in the rest in 10 seconds. So final velocity again 0 in the time of 10 seconds, right? In 10 seconds car is coming in rest. So I have taken in the initial velocity, which you can see initially car is at 30 km per hour speed, and at time t equal to 0, at time t equal to 10 second car is coming in rest, that means velocity is becoming 0. So this is a time velocity time graph of velocity. This is a velocity time graph. What is actually the question? Question is asking that we need to find the graph part we have covered, then we need to find the distance traveled by both, then only we can compare which has covered more distance compared to others. So what we need to do, if we want to find the distance, we must have to find the area. So for a car 1, this is the velocity time graph and this is a right angle triangle. Here base is a 5 and height is a 52. Am I right? This point is a 52 actually kilometer per hour. Am I right? So if we find the area, this particular area will give the distance covered by car first. And let me calculate here. So I have calculated here the distance traveled by first car will be area under velocity time graph. And area, how do we find area of the right angle triangle? 1 by 2 into base into height. And here we have seen that 1 by 2 into base is a 5, which you can see the time axis is a 5 second, and then here this is a 14.44, which is equivalent to 52 kilometer per hour. And after calculation we are getting 36.1 meter. This is the distance traveled by car 1. And now let me see the distance traveled by car 2. The how will we find the distance traveled by car 2? That can be found by velocity time graph. That means finding the area of velocity time graph of the second car, which is this. So what is we need? We need to find the area, which I am shading with some different color. Let's see, black. So here we have to find this area, and this area will give you what distance traveled by second car. So here again we can see that base is a 10 and height is a 30. So let me calculate the area. So here area is 1 by 2 base into height. 1 by 2 base is 10 second and height is 8.33 meter, which is equivalent to 30 kilometer per hour. And after calculation we are getting distance traveled by car 2 is 41.82 meter, and hence we can see that car 2 have covered more distance even when the brake were applied. So